So I thought because I reacted to probably the worst video on Minute Video. Oh, hold on. Just don't. Just ignore my search history. Um, a video. Um, and I was. So I remember I reacted to what's probably the worst video on Minute Video. So I decided it would be funny to react to to do a blind reaction to maybe some of their other videos. Minute videos. My phone addiction broke up my relationship? What? They're not an anti-gay channel. I think they just animate whatever story they get because the story was not okay. What? Oh my god, it's freezing. Oh, I feel like this story is just me times 10. Oof. This is kind of sad. Oh, this is kind of sad though. So I actually feel so now we actually have a girl that we can actually feel bad for. This is one of Minute Video's. Minute Video took down the "I got bullied for my opinion" video but somebody re-uploaded it and managed to find it. But this girl we can actually feel bad for. Like this is an actually innocent girl.
Just play and
This.
play until my eyes hurt, and then I would hate myself for doing this. But the next day, the cycle would repeat again. I didn't care about anyone or anything, just my games. I would use all of my pocket money on leveling up, which meant that I barely had any money left for food. It got so bad that I had a constant headache and vomited often. My back would hurt sitting up all day, and big blisters popped up onto my hands.
Ooh.
It became so painful and unbearable that I was forced to go to the doctors.
I think somebody should literally take her phone and burn it.
I was admitted overnight and had a lot of tests done. As soon as my results came back, the doctor said that I was extremely malnourished and extremely sleep deprived. She told me that I wasn't eating enough and lacked any nutrients in my body. The doctor asked me if she could
Now I know why my mom wants me to take vitamin D so bad.
and I told her no. I didn't want to call my mom.
I actually could kind of relate to this girl because online I actually feel like I can kind of be who I want, I guess.
She was already stressed from trying to take care of me and the family that I didn't want her to worry about me. So I told myself I would get better on my own. But it only got harder. After a while, I realized that what I was doing to myself was not okay.
Well, no shit,
Back
Sherlock.
home. I couldn't do this alone. And for the first few months, it was so hard. I cried every day, but my mom stood by me through it all. And because of her, I slowly got better. I also finally started to love myself and my life again. There are still moments
Yay.
when things get bad that I itch for an escape. But I make myself remember all of the progress that I have made and to keep pushing forward. One day, I will finally beat this itch and be happy in the real world.
My parents should never have children. What? I'm gonna comment something. Okay, so this is my first time watching minute videos and actually not raging over the video because my first ever minute video that I ever watched was the deleted one, and I know they're not like really, they're not bad. They literally animate any story. They literally, like, it wasn't even their fault that the girl was a piece of crap.
Being a young child, I knew for sure. You belong to me, and I will always belong to you.
But the style changes like each time.
Feel the same way. Why were they always fighting? Was
It's
it my fault? Was I not good enough? You know, after all that happened, I had no other option than to make a drastic decision. I never want to see my parents ever again. As long as I can remember, it was clear that my mother never wanted me or my brother around, except when we had guests over. She would suddenly become a super friendly and caring mom. She would make sure there was plenty of food in the house and ensure that everyone was having a good time. Behind closed doors, she would show her true colors.
oof.
As someone who was constantly angry and would fight with me about the silliest things. One time, she got upset with me because there was a spider in my room that I was too afraid to get rid of myself. She began yelling at me for being scared and told me to go.
literally I am like really scared of like everything, and a spider would like really freak me out. Like, and this spider is like a tarantula, and her mom is getting mad at her for being too scared. I literally get scared of like a tired a spider that's like half a centimeter long. I scream, and then my mom is like, "Oh, it's okay, honey. I'll get it for you. Don't be scared, sugar." It's not all bad.
If I got a bad grade at school, she would be furious.
Oh gosh.
I was not the
My
brightest.
mom, if I got a bad, I'm not flexing to anybody who has bad parents. Like if anybody who doesn't have good parents, I'm not trying to rub it in. I'm saying if my mom, like if I got a bad grade, she would just like say like, oh well, at least you tried or whatever.
In class, but I definitely worked hard and got fairly good results, except for math. I just didn't get it. I remember one day getting a failing grade on my math test. I was so scared that my mom would be angry with me again that I hid my paper at the playground on my way home. When I was 9, my parents decided to get a divorce. My brother and I had to stay with my mom, and every other weekend we'd stay with our dad. My mother needed to get a job as a cleaner because we needed the money to get by. She was always working or going out with her friends. My brother and I pretty much spent most of our time with our grandparents because my mother didn't have time for us. My mother eventually got a new boyfriend. On the weekends, he would have his kids from his first marriage stay with us. And, of course, my mother would put on her perfect mother act. But as soon as they would leave, and it would be the three of us again, she was back to being her mean self. She would snap at us for everything, regardless if we had done something wrong or not. It didn't matter. One day, I had to go to school with a nasty bruise on my arm after my mom lost control once again. I showed my teacher, and he thought it was awful. He told me that it wasn't okay, but other than that, he did nothing about it. Not long after that, my mom attended a parent-teacher conference and even joked about it. If she comes home with a bad report, I always make sure to smack some sense into her. She said, laughing, winking at my teacher. He looked at her, shocked and confused, but it was left at that. I felt hopeless and disappointed. Why didn't anyone protect? I was silently screaming for help, not to get my mom in trouble, but to have someone explain to her that this is not the right way
I
to
feel really bad for her.
children. But no one ever said anything, and I was too scared to ask anyone for help. Even after their divorce, my parents continued to argue, not about the well-being of their children, but about their own personal problems. My father filed a lawsuit against my mother because he no longer wanted to pay for child support. He thought she had taken enough of his money already, and now that she had a job, he didn't need to support us any longer. The judge refused his plea, which made him even more angry and selfish. My mother told me I should learn to become a primary school teacher. Although I didn't aspire a future as a teacher, I decided to give it a go. Obviously, I'll fund it with my own money because I still didn't get a dime from my mother. About a year later, I quit, decided to follow my own dream,
And
and began studying tourism and recreational management. After my graduation, I joined a travel agency where I planned trip itineraries and make travel arrangements for clients. My brother wasn't as lucky as I was. When I moved out, he had to handle my mother's wrath all by himself.
is he just like too stupid to move out? Too stupid to get a job?
Struggling and was not able to finish high school, which
If she can do it, so can he.
independent from my mother. He was unable to talk about his problems with them, has very low self-confidence, and can't stand up for himself. I blame my parents for not supporting him. I haven't seen or spoken to my mother for over 2 years now. When my daughter was born, she started giving me unsolicited advice, telling me how I should raise my child. In her first few months, our baby cried a lot, especially at night. We barely got any sleep. My mother said
That's what happened to my mom.
that my daughter kept crying. She tried to get involved in everything, to help take care of my child. It was all so fake. This was the same woman who refused to change my diapers when I was a baby myself.
Wait, how is the baby blonde and she's like brown hair? Ooh, wait, what? Wait, his boyfriend is also like brown hair too.
It's smart enough to make photobombers go poof.
Oh, the boyfriend is also
On the first ever all Google phone.
dark haired too. Oh my gosh, wait, can I see the boyfriend again? Like, look her
When my
boyfriend.
husband and I told her that we didn't want her advice, she got mad. She said she deserved to be treated with more respect. After
Oh, the
everything
baby
she
isn't
did,
blonde.
she stormed out of the house angrily. We didn't speak for months. Then one day, I receive a text. I love you, and I'm not angry anymore. I'm willing to forgive you. I knew I hadn't done anything wrong, and that she was just trying to manipulate me. So I texted her back saying that she should not be angry with me, but with herself. And that was the last time we spoke. With my father, it's more or less the same story. We've had an on and off relationship since my 18th due to his selfishness and self pity. After
Oof.
the divorce, he moved back in with his parents because he ran out of money and pretended that he was depressed.
Oh, wait, he pretended that he was depressed. Oh, wait, is he like a TikTok user? He pretended that he was depressed. Is he a TikTok user? Because that's like going around a lot on TikTok. People faking being depressed for TikTok.
Didn't hear anything from him. But when she was about 4 months old, I felt some remorse and thought he should at least get the opportunity to meet her. He was grateful when I contacted him, and he said he wanted to be a good grandfather. During one of his visits, I told him that I needed to undergo hernia surgery and would have been in the hospital for a few days. He wasn't even listening, as he cut me off to brag about how he had managed to get tickets for a popular talk show. My husband took a week off of work to look after my daughter and me full time. My dad was jobless. He could have offered to help and live up to his promise to be the best grandpa ever. But no, he wasn't there when we really needed him. He didn't even come to visit me in the hospital.
Oh.
Now, when I look at my own family, my loving husband and our beautiful daughter, whom I love more than anything, I struggle to understand why my parents messed up so badly. I sometimes find that sadness consumes me because of it. Why did it have to be this way? Why couldn't it be different? Why don't they care that I've cut off all contact? Sad, because my daughter doesn't have a grandpa and a grandma the same way the other kids in the class do. It's sad because of how my brother ended up. And it's sad because we'll always have a broken childhood.
Oh.
It's upsetting because the only thing I learned from my parents was what bad parents looks like. They are the worst parents ever. I am ashamed of them and no longer carry their name. My husband and I tried.
She isn't alone because she should learn that I'm not saying she's bad. I'm not saying she's bad. I'm saying that she should that I think it's good for her to know that there are other people with bad parents too.
Best to ensure our child is as happy as she can be. To let her know that we will always be there for her.
Wait,
I
isn't
want
that
her to know
wait?
that you can
Is
be
she
a
ginger? Is she a ginger hair or just light
been
brown?
exposed to the worst parenting yourself. I hope that my story gives people hope. That even if you've had a dark or difficult upbringing, you can always come out at the other end and become a better and more loving and happier person. You can break the cycle and become a caring parent because you know what you've missed and how important it is.
Okay, so basically these stories of people who have like problems. Like, this is like so like basically all of their other videos are like good and valid and like good. I don't know. They're like perfectly fine. These people are like are actually the victims here. These people actually have real stories to tell. What the fuck happened with the I got bullied for my opinion? Like, what happened there? Like, what went wrong? My mom found out that I haven't eaten and they threw money at me after they were done. Do I even want to know what they threw money at me after they were done? Oh gosh.
I want to tell you.
Actually, you know what? This video is getting really long. We cannot let my... What is this? He fished in me with the tampon still in? Okay, what? You know what? I'm gonna react to those other videos in the next video. This video is getting kind of long. I know it wasn't much of a reaction video, but my opinion, I feel bad for anybody who can relate to the for the second one that we watched. Yes. But the next video will be more of a reaction because I know which one we're going to react to. We're going to be reacting to one, and this video is really long. I know it wasn't much reaction, but you saw my actual reaction. For the first one, I could relate to the girl because I'm on my phone a lot. The second one, I can't, but I feel bad for anybody who can. The next video will be posted right after this one is uploaded. Goodbye.